Stephen, Stephen Sweeney, the New Jersey Senate president, lost his re-election bid in an upset to a truck driver named Edward Durr. Coincidentally, Durr is also the New Jersey state motto.
With his victory, Eric Adams will become New York's second black mayor, not to be confused with the New York mayor who blacks out. Adams defeated Republican Curtis Sliwa, who will now return to his previous job as Emily in Paris's lawyer.
Earlier today, the FBI searched President Biden's Delaware home and found 6 additional Obama-era classified documents. Worse, one of them was Obama's real birth certificate. It was hidden in a copy of Blacktail magazine.
The Biden classified document scandal and the Trump classified document scandal are very different, but they do share one big thing in common. They both make Hillary Clinton want to blow our goddamn brains out. It would have been so funny if they searched Biden's garage and he had Hillary's server.
There is renewed speculation about Vladimir Putin's health after he was photographed at a military parade with a heavy blanket across his lap. But hear me out, maybe the blanket is because thinking about war gets him hard as hell.
The Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. has been sold for a reported $375 million. Well, I wouldn't say reported, said the IRS. A member of the punk rock group Pussy Riot, which has long protested Vladimir Putin, revealed that she fled the country disguised as a food delivery worker, which explains this notification from DoorDash.
Apple is saying that COVID in China has led to a slowdown in iPhone production. Wow. So I guess the new variant does affect children. Melania Trump made a rare public appearance when she attended the funeral of former First Lady Rosalind Carter, who died at the age of 96. Melania said that she was deeply saddened to be reminded that your partner can live that long. That speech sucked. First of all, he didn't even say hi. He just started talking like we was already talking. I found that to be rude. Then he said he's going to stop half the crime and 90% of the heroin with something called slats, which, as you can see, is a wall without all the wall. Hear that, Mexico? Good luck trying to crack this code. What are you gonna do? Pass your drugs and small children through those giant slats? Imagine you're a Coast Guard or a TSA or any of the thousands of government workers that are actually stopping drugs and crime from getting into this country, and you haven't been paid in a month, and the president gets on TV, doesn't say sorry, doesn't even say hi, but instead he's like, hey, what y'all think about slats?
Also, my funeral is a 90-minute service. Ain't gonna be no 6-hour Aretha Franklin shenanigans. Everybody don't need to speak. For real, my casket is set to blow up if the funeral goes longer than 90 minutes.
Facebook has introduced a new feature allowing people to connect with someone they have a secret crush on. To learn more, watch a future episode of Dateline called The Facebook Murders.
Police in Wisconsin are searching for a man who stole 24 bottles of Hennessy from a local Costco. And no need to Google it, he's black. Laughed a little too hard over there. A video has been posted of a porn star and her boyfriend having sex in a Tesla while it was driving an autopilot. And amazingly, no one was rear-ended.
The Association of British Scrabble Players has banned a star player for 3 years after he was caught cheating. In response, the player has released this statement.
A man in Arizona is claiming that he can relieve sinus pressure in his nose by masturbating. He first made the claim while police were removing him from the bus.
The makers of Pokemon Go are now developing a similar game based on the world of Harry Potter. The game will be called Harry Potter and the Kids Who Wandered into Oncoming Traffic.
Cut right to the black guy. Republicans have begun blaming a secret society within the FBI for undermining the Trump presidency. And you know what? I believe it. That's why hating on Donald Trump is so frustrating for me, because he constantly reaffirms all of my black paranoia. Just when I think he's insane, he'll say something that makes perfect sense, like, the media is lying, the FBI is trying to do me like they did Tupac. And I'm like, they did kill Tupac, didn't they?
There were also some really great historical moments on Tuesday. For example, a record number of female minorities were elected to the Senate. Right? That's what I'm saying. Let's see all their names right now.
This is my
Wait, what? That was the record?
There was no vote on the Republican health care bill, which means that the Obamacare repeal is officially dead. But is it? It's been dead 3 times already, and it keeps coming back like a Jason movie. You know, at this rate, we're only a few years away from Freddy versus healthcare, which really scares the hell out of me because we all know who dies first in those movies.
This Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, the day where white people show their support for 21 Savage.
Family Feud host Steve Harvey met with Donald Trump on Friday to discuss Harvey's possible involvement with housing and urban development. Oh, I would give anything just to listen to what those meetings are going to sound like. We asked 100 black folks, name 5 things wrong with the projects. Show me roaches. Dude, you're a real estate tycoon. You couldn't think of anybody more qualified for housing and development than Steve Harvey? It feels like every decision that Donald Trump makes starts with the sentence, yo, you know what would be hilarious?
The spread of fake news on the internet has become so prevalent that even the Pope spoke out this week and denounced fake news. And you know it's bad when a guy who gets his news from voices in the sky and burning bushes is telling you to check your sources. Some expect this law to hurt Republicans in the midterm elections since it will raise premiums for older Americans and not cover people with pre-existing conditions. And this is the worst part. The bill has a provision that requires children's wheelchairs to explode. That's not true. But isn't it troubling that for a second you thought it might be?
You know, these guys pretend to be patriots, but what could be more un-American than celebrating Nazis and the Confederates? I mean, look, my grandfather didn't fight in World War II so you idiots could wave the Nazi flag. He didn't fight in World War II because he was in jail for whistling at a white lady.
And here's the thing about white supremacy, okay?
What?
If Warren Buffett or, say, Channing Tatum started talking about white supremacy, I'd be like, well, at least hear them out. I mean, curious to know where this goes.
Me too.
But when Dougie Two-Teeth runs out of the woods on his way to another shift at a hot dog restaurant, I'm not like, wait, Dougie, no, how do you do it? What's your secret? The Senate also voted to pass a $1.5 trillion tax reform bill early this morning that experts say would add over $1 trillion to the national debt. Wow, I knew Trump was going to run the country like a business. I just didn't know he was going to run it like one of his businesses. Experts also say the plan will give huge tax cuts to households making over $1 million a year. Of course, all that money will eventually trickle down, first from rich parents to their kids, and then from those kids to their Molly dealers at Coachella.
You know, once the Republicans get this tax bill passed, they won't need Donald Trump anymore. I mean, they already got what they wanted. You know, I mean, it's like, it's not like they like you. Don't you think it's a little odd that they passed this bill at 2 a.m. without reading it the same night they found out Flynn was snitching on you? They know something. It's like your family showing up to your hospital room saying, look, you need to sign this will tonight. Can I read it first? No time. According to a report, Michael Cohen was paid $600,000 by AT&T to advise them on their $85 billion merger. AT&T could not be reached for comment because they use AT&T.
It's really funny to me that all these companies were paying Michael Cohen, this guy, for intelligence. He's like if the word "der" became a person. This is true. Cohen named his shell company Essential Consultants, which could not sound more fake. It's like a place George Costanza would pretend to work at. Meanwhile, President Trump attacked the Russia investigation and insisted that obstruction of justice is, quote, a made-up, phony crime. Oh, the crime you're accused of? That one's made up? It's funny how when it comes to immigration, Trump is like, the law is the law. But when it comes to himself, he's like, laws aren't real. They're just stories we make up to scare poor people.
Aviation officials report that 2 Irish pilots claim they saw an unidentified flying object. But keep in mind, Irish pilot is also the highest reading on a breathalyzer.
A woman in Chicago was scammed out of more than $11,000 by a Bruce Springsteen impersonator she met online. Now, these scams can be tricky, but one way to tell that someone is not the real Bruce Springsteen is that he asks to borrow $11,000.
I mean, Frasier's about Frasier. Roseanne's about Roseanne. Seinfeld's about Seinfeld. Okay, what if I told you Everybody Loves Raymond was about a guy named Cliff Huxtable? Am I the only one bothered by this? All right, fine. A man in Florida who was arrested for selling marijuana claimed that he was only doing it to buy better Christmas gifts for his children. Replied his children, just give us the weed, Dad.
A Utah man was arrested after he got into an argument and hammered an ice pick through the other man's penis. On the bright side, there were many historic firsts in the midterm. Colorado's Jared Polis became the first openly gay man elected governor in United States history, which is fantastic. But it's also weird to me that the media uses the term openly gay. It just implies there are a bunch of other governors out there they're pretty sure about. But for now, they're still going to call them confirmed bachelors. Well, it was shaping up to be a good week for Joe Biden. He got Brittany Griner back. He kept marriage gay, and he's only got 14 more sleeps until Santa. But then, just when he thought he had it all under control, Kyrsten Sinema said, "Hold my wig." Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema, seen here realizing that someone is actually waving to the person behind her, announced that she is leaving the Democratic Party and is registering as an independent. Explained Sinema, "Pay attention to me." WNBA star Brittany Griner was freed from prison in exchange for Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. It's actually a great trade because Bout was only averaging 5 points and 2 rebounds a game.
Raphael Warnock defeated Herschel Walker in Georgia's Senate runoff race. You know, but I don't think this is the last you'll hear from Herschel Walker. I mean, unless he's your biological father. With Raphael Warnock's win, Democrats in the Senate will no longer have to rely on Vice President Harris for tie-breaking votes. Harris can now focus on her main priority, waiting for a worse bike accident.
Oprah Winfrey also went door-to-door in Georgia to campaign for Democratic candidate Stacey Abrams, which is great. But can you imagine how disappointed you'd be if Oprah showed up at your door and it was just to discuss politics? I mean, look at this woman in Georgia opening her door for Oprah. She definitely thinks she's getting a new car. And not a pamphlet about Stacey Abrams. It's like if you're a kid and Santa comes down your chimney on Christmas Eve with no presents, just a pamphlet about Stacey Abrams. This news was a lot for us to process a day before we came back on the air after 4 months off. And it all happened so fast. I woke up yesterday and heard the president had mild symptoms, and then 4 hours later he was getting medevac to a hospital in what looked like the last chopper out of Vietnam. I gotta say, it's a bad sign for America that when Trump said he tested positive for a virus, 60% of people were like, prove it. And it's been very weird to see all these people who clearly hate Trump come out and say, we wish him well. I think a lot of them are just guilty that their first wish came true.
Yeah, well, you know, politics aside, O.J. Simpson died this week at the age of 76 after a battle with prostate cancer that was planted on him by the LAPD.
There was actually an error in the LA Times obituary for O.J. Simpson. In the section about his prison time, instead of writing O.J. walked out of the Lovelock Correctional Center, they wrote Trump walked out of the Lovelock Correctional Center, a free man for the first time in 9 years. And it's not a great sign for Trump that even autocorrect thinks he belongs in jail. At this weekend's G20 summit, President Vladimir Putin greeted Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman with a very enthusiastic high five. Yeah. Aww. Oh, yeah. Super cool. No one's killed anyone. They look like that video of those NASA scientists when they found out their probe landed on Mars. And then Putin greeted President Trump with, as always, a violent sack tap. Protesters at the G20 summit flew a giant baby Trump balloon, which in the past Trump has said makes him feel unwelcome. Well, yeah, I mean, the diaper balloon was never meant as a tribute. Also, saying that balloon is being mean to me is a pretty clear sign of dementia. Worse, Trump also thought that the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade was calling him a huge orange pussy. And in non-Oscars news, Republican Congressman Madison Cawthorn, who's the one on the right, said in a recent interview that 70-year-old Republicans invited him to an orgy and did cocaine in front of him. Wait, so you went to the old man orgy? And you thought the weird part was drugs? Senator Lindsey Graham, seen here picturing the orgy Madison Cawthorn said that Ketanji Brown Jackson is a person of exceptionally good character, but he would not support her for the Supreme Court. So like many Southern gentlemen, he's comfortable with black folks until they try to move in next door. Recent study, local governments are having trouble hiring new employees. Here to encourage young people to get involved in local government is a longtime employee of the city of Pawnee, Indiana, April Ludgate. Hi, April.
What?
Nothing. You said you came out here to talk about local government.
I will when you stop yelling at me. Okay, fine. So yeah, everybody should get involved where they live. If you're young, you should get a job as a garbage man or something.
Okay. Are there other jobs?
You want me to list them? Okay. Fine. Drive a bus. You don't have to be on time. Nobody cares. Work for the water department. You can drain the reservoir and find all the bodies and murder clues. Or just be a dog catcher and just say you couldn't find any. Yeah, because when you work for the local government, doing the bare minimum is doing your part.
Okay, all right. Okay, but what if you actually want to work hard?
I don't know. You're annoying me. Just ask my old boss, Leslie Knope.
Wow, look at this! Who knew there were cameras at SNL?
Yeah, so you work for the government.
Yeah, Park Service, yeah. So how much fun is it working here? Do you guys just sit around cracking each other up all day?
Not like 8 a.m., but yeah, generally. How does it take to run a federal agency?
Well, all you do is you show up every day and you do the job, but I want to pick your brain about this job, about this show, because I used to watch this when Seth Meyers did it by himself with no one else. And he made it look really easy.
Yeah. So you said you were here to talk about the government?
Yeah, but quick question. President Biden, when he zoomed in before, could he see me or were the cameras off?
I think he pre-recorded that.
Oh, I thought this show was live.
Well, most of it is.
Oh my God, can we just please go? This guy's been bothering me for like a half an hour.
Yeah, we can't stay long. We have a timed entry tickets to the M&M store. But before we go, and may I be so bold, do you mind if I tried to tell a joke?
I would love it, please.
This feels good. This feels nice. Okay, let's see what you got. Okay, all right. Oh, no, that's too mean. Oh, what? No, that's way too mean. What? No. Okay, I'll do this one. A town in Alaska has launched a bus service for puppies. The service has expanded to puppies thanks to the heroic activism of canine civil rights icon Rosa Parks. Woo! That felt good!
The Weekend Update, I'm in from Ludgate.
And I'm Leslie Knope.
Rapper 50 Cent continued his long-standing feud with Ja Rule by buying 200 front-row tickets to his recent concert so they would all be empty. It's just great. Ironically, 200 tickets to a Ja Rule concert cost exactly 50 cents. A vintage airplane will soon be installed at JFK Airport and turned into a cocktail lounge, while at LaGuardia, it's now boarding at Gate 32.
Amazon has announced that it will be opening its second headquarters in Queens, New York, and Arlington, Virginia, after it accidentally left both cities in its cart. A lot of New Yorkers are worried about the impact Amazon will have on Queens, but I'm more worried about the impact Queens will have on Amazon.
By the way, only New Yorkers could complain about getting 25,000 new jobs. All the cities who lost out must be like, shut up, you whiny bitches. New York basically won the lottery and were like, but the subways might be slightly more crowded. Meanwhile, people in West Virginia are like, well, back to the mines. And yeah, I know it's gonna raise housing prices, but it's a little late for New Yorkers to complain about rent. I mean, even Amazon had to move to Queens because it couldn't afford to live in Manhattan. Now, what is your next project? Do you know what you're working on?
I have good news, Colino. NBC has commissioned a statue for you for outside, and guess who they hired to do it?
Who did they hire? Wow, I was gonna guess that. Yeah, so you're doing a statue of me.
I did. I already did it.
Oh my God! Wow.
Look at this. That's Colino. So handsome.
Cecilia Jimenez, everyone.
Thank you, Jesus.
Well, as some of you may know, I was recently diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, a form of depression. And depression affects more than like 16 million people in this country, and there's no like cure per se, but for anyone dealing with it, there are treatments that can help. First of all, if you think you're depressed, see a doctor and talk to them about medication, and also be healthy. Eating right and exercise can make a huge difference. And
What about like Aaron Judge, right? He just hit his 60-second home run, set the AL record.
Yeah, I think it's impressive, Colin, but there just wasn't enough emotion for me. He hits his 60-second home run, puts the bat down gently, and then it's a couple of high fives and straight to the dugout. When a Dominican guy hits a home run, Colin, he throws the bat to a different dimension. And once he gets to home plate, he thanks everyone he's ever encountered. He's like, thank you to my mother and my sister and my father and that one guy from the bodega that gave me the papitas that one time.
All right, I get it. You guys like soccer, so can you at least tell us what the Brits feel about FIFA?
How do the Brits feel about FIFA? All right,
Yeah.
check it. fat, corrupt. Your girl told me what's up. I told her I'm trying to see that butt. I'm allergic to dairy.
Tea, no coffee. Millie and me on the Vespa scooters. Cause you say out like young Woo.
Billy Pounds and Shirty, everybody. For Week in Nothing, I'm Michael Che.
I'm Colin Jost. Good night.
Winter rocks. All the bugs are dead. It's amazing.
Oh, okay, so you don't mind the cold at all?
Colin, I'm cozy all winter long. I got pubes thicker than clothes.
All right. Oh, you don't have to talk about your pubes, Sarah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does the bush stuff make you uncomfortable?
I don't know, a little.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This just in. Local female body inspector Colin Jost wishes his female coworker had hairless genitals like a blow-up doll. Now back to you, Colin.
That's not... I don't care about your body hair.
Wow, Colin. Careful how you talk about my body. I'm basically your son's age.
So you're like 6 months old?
You wish, sicko. You'd kill to change my diaper, wouldn't you?
Oh my God. Sarah, that's disgusting.
Oh, you think that's disgusting? Yeah.
Election officials in Florida said their ballot machines overheated, causing mismatched results in the recount. Word? They overheated in 2018 with all this technology? I have a watch that can count every step I take and lets me watch porno on the treadmill for motivation. But your voting machines can't even handle a little recount? How come the IRS never has these problems? I would love to hear we didn't count your taxes this year because our abacus is busted again. They always make it so simple to pay taxes. Meanwhile, to vote, we gotta physically line up on a Tuesday in November like we're getting meat rations in the 1930s.
A county in Florida became the first local government in the state's history to elect an all-LGBTQ government. For more on this, bring it up to your grandpa at Thanksgiving.
Here's some good holiday news. How about that? Tyler Perry made headlines this week when he paid off over $400,000 in Walmart layaways. What's wrong, Angel?
I mean, what are you doing, Tyler Perry? You think you're being some hero, paying for other people's Christmas presents? Well, my kids already got their Gronk jerseys, all right? What they need is their father. So unless you're gonna be there on Christmas morning to say hello, then Medea's family reunion will be missing a few people because I'm taking the kids to my sisters.
Okay, all right.
All right, that's where we'll be on Christmas, Michael, at 343 Donnie Wahlberg Way.
So, Bailey, let's hear your thoughts on this year's Oscar movies.
Okay, thirsty. Okay, so Shape of Water was like, I don't know, it was like weird. It was just like so weird.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of out there. What else did you see?
Okay, so I saw 3 billboards.
Okay.
It was weird too. I don't know. It was like that lady like put up those billboards, and I was like, okay, random.